Conflict is addressed in a confrontational way. Do you think that made things better? And in the second, the situation is avoided and certainly didn't get solved. In the third, a solution was found. There is danger in each of these. When conflicts are not resolved, they ultimately lead to more conflict. Let's look at an example.
That's it. I don't have anything left to say. No, wait. I'm not finished talking. You aren't, but I am. Going for a walk or something. No, it isn't fair. You can't close up on me now. Close up when I get a chance to go. I'm pretty good at wording my injuries. I've given you plenty of chances. Yeah? About showing how I was wrong to feel that way. Okay, then tell me, right now, tell me what you feel. Forget it. You have some better remarks to make. Or make me feel stupid. I'm tired of this. Oh, come on. Come on, nothing. This is what's the time. You're smart. A lot smarter than me. And I can't argue with you. To go to work, to say everything right, and I can't. So I'm doing all the thing I can do today. What? Please. That was a stupid thing to do.
You see, sometimes we are confrontational to the point that we can even become confrontational about arguing. This is dangerous. What do you think can be done to solve this? What about when people just act like things are okay and never address the conflict? Avoiding is dangerous as well. Keeping conflict inside makes us see problems where there often are not, like this.
Dude, where is Adrian?
Where?
Over there by the store, man.
Aw, big deal. Just ignore it.
What, fool? Ignore him? You know what he said about me?
Easy, just walk right. Wait. Easy, just walk right past him. He doesn't like you. Where? He doesn't like you. I know that much.
Oh, man, he said he wanted to fight me.
So what do you care?
He's sneaky. He'll try to do something when I least expect it, man. Maybe I should just push him right now.
What? Why?
Because he said he wants to beat me up. I said he's getting people to come back and fight me, man.
Jonathan, I've known you for a couple of years, and I've never known anyone who would get a gang and try to fight you.
That's not the point. He wants to do it. He's trying to get others to do it, and I've heard he's been working.
Working out?
You know, beat me up and stuff.
You're funny. Wait. You're funny. Do you honestly think he cares that much about you fighting?
He wants to fight me first chance he gets, so he thinks about.
Dude, where do you get your information?
Don't worry about that, man.
This whole thing sounds stupid.
You said that now. Watch what happens.
What are you talking about?
You honestly think he's just gonna stop at me to see? You're my homeboy, so he's gonna go after you and people like us.
People like us? What do you mean people like us?
Look at him standing there, like he did nothing wrong.
But he hasn't.
He will. Are you with me or not?
With you for what?
Knock him out. If he wants to fight, he'll give him a fight. Better get it personal.
I'm not sure.
Better get sure.
Let me get this straight. You want to go fight someone who wants to fight you?
I don't think I know. Choose your side right now. Either you're with me or against me.
You mean right now?
Well, right now, I can't wait any longer, man.
Well, alright, as long as you know for sure.
Let's go, hombre.
I'm coming. Or sometimes avoiding conflict isn't so violent. Sometimes it looks different, like this.
So, how are you? You sounded a little down on me.
It hasn't been a good week. I've been doing a lot of thinking.
I wish you had come to the Green Harvest. What an experience.
I'm sure it was, but you see,
You shook the ground. Let me tell you. The singing and the music, I've never felt anything like that.
I'm glad you were able to go. However, I wanted to talk to you about.
I thought of you a couple of times. I kept thinking to myself, everybody should be on you. You can't look at life the same way after a weekend like that. It really put things in perspective for me.
that's what I've been struggling with.
That's what they talked about. Perspective, trying to get things as God sees them, the world, people, and being sensitive in a Christian way. I wish I had taken some notes to me.
Yeah, that would be good. I've been having a lot of doubt you see, and
Doubts, we talked about that too. Though it was hard to concentrate on the trivial things like doubts when we were having such a good time and receiving such a wonderful teaching. It was absolutely amazing.
I wish I could have seen it.
Should have gone. Why didn't you?
My mom's in the hospital.
Oh, too bad. Maybe next year.
Maybe.
Yeah, but it'll pick you right up and put your mind in the proper place. Then you'll realize how mundane our worries really are.
Yeah, right.
It was great talking to you. I've got to go. We're having a get together for everyone who went to the Green Harvest. To share what we learned.
Yeah. Nice talking to you.
You can see that none of these things are good for anyone. So how do you really handle conflicts that are important enough to discuss? First, don't get defensive and don't avoid it. Second, determine what your role is in the conflict. Have you ever been in a situation where you're the other person? Like Christ said, take a second to look at your faults first. Like remove the plank, then try to address it. Third, follow what Christ laid out for us in Matthew 18:15 through 17. But if your brother shall trespass against you, go and tell him his fault between you and him alone. If he hears you, you have gained your brother. That is, address it in private, one-on-one, and in an open and honest and loving manner. But if he will not hear you, take one or two more with you, so that in the mouth of 2 or 3 witnesses every word may be established. What that means, if you cannot resolve it, bring it in a trusted outside source. Parents, teachers, unbiased friends, or a pastor, and resolve to abide by their solution. They may see it differently than both of you. Matthew 18:17 says, and if he shall neglect to hear them, tell it to the church. But if he neglects to hear the church, let him be to you as a heathen and a tax collector. Tell it to the church. Bring your problems to a spiritual leadership and before people anointed by God. These people will always have God's best interest in mind, and not just the people in the conflict. The solution will be the correct one. Still, in the end, if you cannot solve a problem at this point, examine the forgiveness and role of both and part ways.